Hey, what's up you guys, Loco here. For you today, I have 100 Thieves versus TSM. In these last few weeks leading up to playoffs, every single match has been so important. With only Cloud9 and CLG securing first and last respectively, every team can make it into playoffs. And also, the top 4 seeding for playoffs is very important because the new playoff format consists of double elimination. And if you're in the top 4, you basically get 2 lives. But if you're 5 and 6, you don't get 2 lives and 1 loss and you're out. So yeah, these matches are giga important for every single team involved, and because the teams are so similar in strengths, every match can go one way or the other and has huge bearing on what playoffs look like. So without further ado, let's get started with the draft portion. I love the bans coming in for 100 Thieves. Set and Syndra are respectively Bjergsen and Broken Blade's best champion and the picks that TSM wants to be first picking the most, so banning them out makes perfect sense. As for the Senna ban, I don't think Kabe is particularly a great Senna, but it's more so regarding fasting Senna just being a really strong way to play her in the meta right now. As for TSM, the Renekton and LeBlanc ban are very cookie cutter bans for Someday and Ryoma have shown great success on both champions, so yeah, they're just sniper banning out the comfort picks for 100 Thieves. As for the Kalista ban, I think it's more so making top lane a little bit easier to blind. TSM is on blue side, so they are going to be blinding top lane, and yeah, maybe they just want to have a Kalista out of the picture. Now, let's get to the picks. I think the Aatrox's first pick is pretty self-explanatory. All the OP champions are mostly banned out. In NA, we don't play particularly well versus Aatrox, so he becomes a premier pick, and also Broken Blade has been a good Aatrox in the season, so why not? Now, 100 Thieves replying with Aphelios. So the weird thing is, TSM doesn't pick Xayah or Rakan, probably the best bot lane duo for Kabe and Bifrost. Why is that? It's because Varus has really been making strides as the premier AD carry. I would say sometimes even better than Aphelios. He has really great laning, and he has so many different ways he can go with his build. He can go the lethality build, which synergizes very well with AoE teamfighter, so Rumble with lethality Varus is a combo we've been seeing a lot. He can just go the regular on-hit build, which allows him to kill a lot of tanks, which he does end up doing this game. You can see that 100 Thieves ended up drafting Ornn and Trundle afterwards. That's why he didn't go lethality. He wants to be a tank killer. So yeah, extremely flexible AD carry that's good in lane and also good in teamfight. Now, if you look at rest of the draft, the pick that stands out to me the most is the Trundle pick. I generally don't like the Trundle pick when it's not into a lot of immobile champions or you're versus a Sejuani, but I think the Trundle pick here does a lot of things. One, it protects your Ornn pick. Because Ornn is able to get extremely tanky with his upgraded items. He's actually very vulnerable when you play against the Trundle. The Trundle just ults you and steals away all your stats, so it's really nice to have the Trundle on your team so that doesn't happen to you. Also, the later the game goes, the more and more value the Trundle pick has. He's actually a great tank later on, and he's also able to bust out a lot of the tanks on the enemy teams. A lot of the supports nowadays, like the Tom and the Nautilus, for example, in this game, are going to be building very tanky. And being able to ult them and steal away all the stats is really good. And also, the same thing for Jarvan, who's going to be building tanky also. So yeah, I don't really love the Trundle pick here, but I'm starting to understand it more and why it's being picked in North America. I think in regions where the games are ending much more quickly and the jungle picks are much more aggressive, I don't think it has a lot of value, but specifically for North America and for teams like 100 Thieves and TSM that aren't the greatest at closing, it does make a lot of sense. Now, let's talk about the overall team comps. Both teams have a straight-on team fighting comp. They don't have a lot of flank potential, they don't have a lot of mobile characters, they're just looking to team fight. And if you look at the front-to-back team fighting, it's a lot better for 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves has very good tank line on the Ornn, the Trundle, the Nautilus. They also have an extremely strong backline that's going to scale like crazy in the Victor and the Aphelios. It's not that Azir Varus scales badly, it's just Victor and Aphelios are monster scalers, and 100 Thieves are just going to have a stronger front line. The Jarvan, the Tahm Kench, the Aatrox just aren't going to be as effective later on in the game, but TSM does have a stronger early game with the Jarvan, with the Aatrox. The Aatrox laning onto the Ornn got much better for the Aatrox side due to Ornn getting nerfed in terms of the brittle passive damage, and Jarvan is just a better early game champion than Trundle. Trundle just really can't do much early game and you're looking to scale and counter gank. So TSM has better early game, especially from top side with the Aatrox and the Jarvan into the Trundle and the Ornn. They also have a little bit more flank potential in team fight with the Jarvan and the Aatrox, but a huge problem for them is going to be when we get into real late stages of the game, they just aren't going to be better than 100 Thieves in a straight on front to back team fight. Now let's get started with the gameplay. The very first play I have for you is Meteos trying to steal away Dardoch's wolves. Dardoch's in base, Bjergsen's recalling. Let's see how this one goes. Looks like he used a blast plan to hop over, killing the big one with the smite and the Q, getting greedy for the small ones. Dardoch's gonna spot him, lands the EQ, the smite also, and yeah, Meteos is gonna have a hard time getting out. Even though he has flash here, Dardoch's on top of him with the red buff, and the pillar actually kind of screws himself, blocking his own exit. So Dardoch able to pick up a nice first blood to start out the game. So Broken Blade was able to get a really good chunk on Someday by using his ult, and he already got the wave crashed, but he's gonna overstay and end up getting ganked by Meteos. Normally early deaths aren't very important, but this death is actually very crucial. He's an Aatrox versus Ornn, he should be winning the lane much more, and him dying here is really bad. And also, if you look at the CS differential, it's actually not going in the way for Broken Blade, but actually going in favor of Someday. So yeah, the early game going terribly for TSM in terms of how topside is playing out. They are going to be able to pick up the blue here. This is a classic TSM play. They've been doing this since 2014, playing for the second blue. But 100 Thieves going to reply with their own blue take. And even better, they're going to be able to give it to Ryoma to make sure he has the blue buff to match Bjergsen. Get it with the laser. There we go. We have TSM starting up Herald. They have a lot of control on top side and mid lane. Going to be pretty free for them. But Broken Blade pretty pushed up, and Meteos perfectly waiting for him in the tri-brush. Ooh, this is going to be bad. These kind of like mistakes from Broken Blade in this portion of the game as the Aatrox versus Ornn is actually pretty costly. They are going to be able to kill Meteos, but Someday picking up the kill in return with his own ultimate. This just wastes a lot of potential priority that they could have had. Also wastes a lot of timing on the Herald. They could have gotten it very fast. And also, because Bio is staying up top side longer than he has to, he also ended up burning the flash. Cody and Stun able to 2v1 Kabe. It's just, yeah, Broken Blade is normally the portion of TSM that's able to help them build early game leads, but he's actually being kind of a detrimental part of the team and falling behind in a winning matchup. Alright, we have 100 Thieves looking for a play on bot side. Cody has his grab at him, Bio no flash. Gonna open with the ultimate, following with the Nautilus hook. But TSM replying with their own teleport. It's Bjergsen who's gonna get knocked up right away by the Nautilus ult. And we have Dardoch coming in from the back. This isn't gonna look good for Cody. Yeah, just the Jarvan damage earlier on combined with the red smite means Dardoch's able to solo out Cody pretty much by himself. Someday coming in with his own teleport, landing the ult on Kabe who's gonna get eaten. Look at Kabe here. He actually walks back in to Sunday's knockup, and he's gonna die. He actually didn't need to die there at all, but Bjergsen's able to pick up the kill on Sunday and get extra gold due to the shutdown. While this is going on the whole time, Broken Blade stayed top. He's gonna be able to get plate and some CS, so yeah, he's able to recover the pretty horrific early game he had. But 100 Thieves gonna be able to pick up the dragon in return. This is actually really nice for them because TSM is the stronger early game comp. It's not by much, but by being able to split dragons like this in the early game, they don't have to worry about the dragon soul at like 25 minutes or 30 minutes. We have both teams playing for priority on mid lane. TSM has the Varus and the Azir grouped up together, so they're going to be able to clear out the wave first. I mean, 100 Thieves still has a Victor on their team, so it's easy for them to counter push. Meteos with a good pillar, Bjergsen forced to dash away. Let's see what happens. Ryoma gonna walk up to try to land the laser, but TSM just gonna reply with the Varus ult. It was just really dumb on Ryoma's part to walk up that far forward. He probably just didn't think TSM had vision. Now Cody coming in from top lane actually gonna get cut off and end up dying. With a comp like 100 Thieves where you have Victor and Aphelios, it's just very important you're staying grouped as a team. And yeah, Ryoma and Cody didn't have the best of positioning there, so they're gonna pay the price. We can see TSM looking for a dive, Dardoch with the EQR on Ryoma, Broken Blade coming in, but he's gonna get exhausted. And he ends up burning flash to try to kill Ryoma, and it ends up not happening. Just a little too overeager from TSM. You got the flash on Victor, you got the flash on Aphelios, and you still killed him. No need to kind of force this play when you don't have to. It's about 18 minutes into the game, the Ocean Drake spawn, both teams grouping up mid lane looking for the priority and the control on Riverside. TSM has better positioning, but 100 Thieves does have a better front line. They have the Ornn, they have the Trundle, and with the Trundle ultimate, they can steal away TSM's tankiness if they need be. Yeah, so 100 Thieves should be able to pretty freely walk in here. Ornn starting the fight with his ult, great Trundle pillar preventing people from moving. Bjergsen has to get eaten. Stunt getting in there with the hook, able to land a nice ultimate on Kabe. And even though he gets chunked, really good stopwatch timing, and he's going to be able to get out. And Dardoch actually ends up inting in there with the EQ. Broken Blade not able to finish off Someday. In this kind of neutral situation, it's so much better for 100 Thieves because they have longer damage from Ryoma with the laser. And also, Dardoch's dead, so TSM can't finish off this dragon unless they push off 100 Thieves completely or they kill Meteos. And Someday ported back after he was low in HP. Now he's going to be full HP, just going to be able to walk right into TSM and push them out if they need be. Overall, really nice dragon play from 100 Thieves. I think the only way TSM could have won this was if they landed a perfect Verisult or they had Broken Blade flanking with the Aatrox. So we're going to fast forward to the next dragon of the game. 100 Thieves already has both Ornn items upgraded. He also upgraded Aphelios' Infinity Edge. The situation just so much better for them. I don't think TSM can come in to contest for this dragon. I mean, they could, but the team fighting strength is just so much in favor of 100 Thieves now, so they're going to opt to try to push mid instead. Ornn pretty much able to defend by himself. Ooh, they're going to look for an engage on Dardoch. Actually, no, going to look for an engage on Bio, and he's going to be forced to burn Flash. I mean, they did root Ornn in reply, but yeah, he's just way too tanky, and if TSM tried to go for Ornn, that wasn't going to work out. Dardoch with his EQ on CD right here has to be careful. Ooh, Someday able to get the knock-up, stunt, flash queuing to follow up, and a jungler dead this late into the game means a team's going to start playing for Baron. Let's see how this one goes. 100 Thieves actually has really nice damage on Baron with the Victor and the Aphelios. Does Aphelios have chakrams here? He actually does not have chakrams, not going to be able to melt Baron so freely. TSM coming in. Stun trying to buy space. Broken Blade has his ultimate. Broken Blade flashing out. Really nice flash from him there. If he doesn't flash out, he's going to get caught. Ryoma with the ultimate. Oh my god, Bjergsen did so much fucking work there. He landed 3 pokes of the spear on Ryoma and pretty much chunked him out by himself. If Bjerg didn't land that damage on the Victor, I'm pretty sure 100 Thieves was going to be able to take Baron eventually. Really nicely done from the Azir. And they're going to be able to pick up a turret in response. Good job, Bjerg. So we're going to fast forward to the next dragon. It's going to spawn in about a minute. You can see that TSM caught up a lot. If you look at the items on their carry, both Azir and Varus have 3 items complete. Stunt has his Stone Plate Gargoyle activated, but still going to get bursted out pretty easily. Yeah, that's the power of Azir and Varus on 3 items. Let's see what happens for 100 Thieves now. I don't think they can take the fight, 4v5. Meteos is actually going to get caught out himself also. Bjergsen with a very nice EQR, and Dardoch following up with his ultimate. That's 2 members down on 100 Thieves. TSM free to take Baron. Go. Go for Baron. No need for Dragon here. Actually not going to opt into Baron. What are they doing? Why? I really think they should be looking for Baron here. That's 2 members down on 100 Thieves. They also killed the jungler. They have the Azir and the Varus. I guess they're afraid of 100 Thieves taking Dragon in return and getting Dragon Soul. That's probably the only reason they don't go for Baron. Because they're afraid of 100 Thieves getting Dragon Soul. It's debatable though. Because eventually you're going to get outscaled. So I feel like TSM has to make a little bit more aggressive calls. But whatever. Let's see how the rest of the game goes. So it's about 30 minutes into the game. Both teams have enough damage on their carries to look for Baron now. Dardoch with an interesting EQ to get in there. Gonna get CC'd and chunked pretty heavily. Gonna have to EQ back out. Someday with a nice ult on Bio, forced to burn Flash. Look at Bjergsen here, getting damaged by the Victor ult. Flash Q from the Nautilus. Oh my god. If he didn't flash out there, he would have died to the Victor laser or the Aphelios ult. Very fucking important for TSM that Bjergsen lives. Okay, Bjergsen can reset and TP back in, but Dardoch has to stay or this Baron's gone. Ooh, he's going to be able to recover some health with the fruits. Broken Blade still full HP, has to flash. TSM looking for an angle. Broken Blade getting in there. Dardoch getting in there. Oh my god, Azir with 3 items and oh my goodness. That was so clutch from TSM, but also kind of troll from 100 Thieves. They didn't have a lot of turn tools left because Someday used his ultimate. Pillar by itself isn't a really great turn tool. But oh man, the initial engage from Dardoch was so bad. It was just really nice play from Bjergsen that he was able to eat up so much cooldown from 100 Thieves and then live and teleport back into the fight. That could have gone either way, but Bjergsen played it so fucking well. So even though nothing happens here, I think that's actually really bad for TSM, and this is where they mess up the most in the game, and this was the game turning moment. They have Baron, they're up 10k gold. They need to be much more aggressive right here. You have the Varus, you have the Aatrox. Even though you aren't diving, use the Aatrox ultimate, use the Varus ultimate, make 100 Thieves scared. But TSM doesn't do any of that, so 100 Thieves are so freely just clearing out the waves, waiting out the Baron. Yeah, it's just so disappointing to watch TSM be this passive. If you can't do anything with this kind of lead, then when are you ever going to be aggressive? Like, look at them. What are you doing? What is Dardoch doing? What is Bjergsen doing? Pretend like you're going to engage. You don't even actually have to go for the dive, but just by getting into that position and using your ultimates that way, it forces 100 Thieves to back up, and then they can take the turret and return. But yeah, they don't do any of that. Baron only has 20 seconds left. I guess they're just going to retreat back and take Ocean Drake. Is that what you really wanted out of this Baron? Just take Ocean Drake, that's it? Ooh, they are able to get somewhat of a chunk on Ryoma here. Able to take the bot inhib turret. Maybe they do actually get inhibitor. Kabe on top of it. But gonna back up when the Ornult comes out. Ugh. Ay. Ugh, this is really hard to watch. I mean, knowing the results, knowing TSM actually ends up losing this game, you can really look back at this moment and been like, this is when you were ahead. This is when you should have been aggressive. Sure, you get Ocean Drake, but is that really the prize for taking Baron and being up 10k gold? An additional Ocean Drake? Oh my god. We have both teams playing for Baron control now. The next Baron gonna spawn in about 50 seconds. We have Bjergsen split pushing topside for some reason. I mean, he should be able to get turret, but yeah, I think it's more important you stay grouped for the Baron there. Let's see, show 100 Deeps again. They're gonna push out Dardoch. Ooh, Meteos looking for a flank angle. Gonna get the pillar. No pillar. Actually, pillar used after the EQ. Would have loved to seen it before. 100 Thieves retreating. Ooh. Cody actually got chunked a bit. I have to look at him. Ryoma slid off to the side. That's what's important. Look at the Victor. Bio flanking behind them. Dardoch looking for an angle over the wall. Victor using flash. He has stopwatch though. Victor gonna use stopwatch. Dardoch gonna get in there. Bjergsen not able to do damage over the wall. Only got 1 poke, 2 poke, 3 poke. 100 Thieves on retreat. Gonna have to look at this choke. Really dangerous choke. Oh my god, the Aphelios ult bursted Bjergsen, forced to use stopwatch. Cody gonna get bursted out in return. Good job from Kabe. 2 people alive on each side. Meteos and Broken Blade noodle fighting each other. Kabe looking for the wraparound. Has to be careful of Someday. Oh my god, he gets the knock up and then the W. Really well played from Someday. He's actually gonna live with the flash. Oh my god. Broken Blade gets his ultimate back. Gonna go for Meteos. Oof. Is he gonna live? No way. 2 knock up. Oh my god, the second knock up got cancelled by the filler. Oh my god, no way. Oh my god, he actually ends up living because of the W movement speed. Very messy fight. And honestly, fights like this favor 100 Thieves a lot more, where it comes out pretty evenly. They're just gonna get stronger and stronger. And yeah, TSM's starting to slowly fall behind. Now we have the Baron up. The final Drake gonna spawn in 50 seconds. Whichever team gets this Drake actually able to get Soul, and it's an Ocean Soul. With so much tanks right now on both teams, Ocean Soul gonna be very, very important. Let's see what happens. Both teams playing for Prio on mid lane. They just want to be able to push out and get to Baron's side. Ooh, Dardoch went in. 100 Thieves gonna reply. Ornult gonna come in. Oh, what? Where did the Ornult go? Oh my god, TSM actually gonna be able to win this fight. Dardoch getting bursted. Look at Bjergsen and Kabe. Bjergsen pushed out. Bjergsen gonna get eaten. Bio positioning. Oh my god, Bio actually gonna die here. TSM not able to reply with the damage. They got split. That was so bad, them getting split there. 100 Thieves gonna walk over to Dragon now. We have, who's it TPing back in? Is it Someday? Someday TP back in. The home guard movement speed and the TP movement speed bonus. able to chase down Broken Blade with that. Oh, TSM down a member. And yeah, Aphilio's damage late game is so crazy, and he has such an insane range when he has Calibrum. And also he has the rapid fire cannon. Jesus. 100 Deeps, they want to get Dragon and also want to make sure that TSM can't get Baron. Aphelios has Chakram, Severum. They're going to be able to melt the Dragon pretty easily. Yeah. Someday and Stun over there, just making sure that TSM can't take Baron as a reply. All they have to do is walk up and TSM has to back off. Really good decision making from 100 Thieves to split members to make sure Realm is going to base to defend. The two of them are doing Dragon. The last two are making sure TSM can't do Baron. And then they can reply with the Baron now. Does Realm have teleport? Yep, he has teleport. Gonna be safe. TSM can't walk in here. Oh man, 100 Thieves able to get Ocean Soul and the Baron here. This is gonna be a pretty much game ending push now. I mean, they already outscaled, and getting these two mega buff means TSM can never win a 5v5. They have to do some kind of miracle play, like get an insane pick on Ryoma, insane pick on Cody, but Ryoma has Zhonya's, Cody has QSS. I just don't think it's going to be possible now. So we have 100 Thieves making their final push. They can take this push really slow. They have the two cannon minions, and they also have the Ocean Soul. Yeah. TSM can't win this war of attrition. And also, why is Broken Blade never flanking? What the hell is happening this game? And this is what I mean regarding like the Ornn ult and stuff. By Ornn using his ult, he pushes back rest of TSM, and TSM could have done the exact same thing when they had Baron. Like, just use ults to scare the other team and pretend like you're gonna engage. It forces them off turret, and you're able to take the inhib much easier. Looks like 100 Thieves just gonna try to end through mid. They don't need additional inhibitors. I mean, Dardoch going in there, but look at Meteos' tankiness, look at Stun's tankiness, look at Sumday's tankiness. I mean, Kabe and Broken Blade have been on Someday for like full 5 seconds and they weren't able to kill him. Yeah, they're just not able to kill anyone on TSM. Cody getting in there with Flash, able to kill Kabe. Wow, Cody's surprisingly a quietly good team fighter. I don't think he gets enough credit for how well he team fights. He doesn't have the best laning. I think a lot of his clutch gaming performance was carried by Vulcan in lane, but you can see he still does really carry his own in team fight. Nicely done from 100 Thieves. They drafted a very NA comp they wanted to outscale, and they actually got the job done. As for TSM, my god, what are you guys doing? Why is Broken Blade losing lane as Aatrox versus Ornn? Why is he not respecting jungler? There are just so many times where he has the wave all the way pushed in and he has to back up. The wave's gonna slow push back to him, but he's so focused about getting little bits of chunk on Someday where he's staying up in lane and he's getting ganked and blowing his lead completely. And also, he's not flanking at all in team fights. It's just so frustrating to watch. You're an Aatrox dude. You can't 5v5 front to back versus an Ornn comp. What the hell are you thinking? My god. I really want to see TSM pick up their play going into playoffs, because if they bring this level of play, you're not going to match up well to EG. You're definitely not going to beat C9. So yeah, there's still a lot of leveling up to do for TSM. And the scary thing is, this is the only style that they are good at. When Bjergsen's on a primary carry, it does not look good for this iteration. Yes, there was one Irelia game from Bjergsen, but other than that, I'm scared when it's not Broken Blade on the mega carry and Bjergsen on more of the control mage. So keep this style, just play it better. You're gonna be in playoffs. It's gonna be double LMs. So praying, hoping, just don't disappoint. I hope you guys enjoyed this Loco recap. Leave the comments down below. I can't wait for playoffs, and some of the other games I'm gonna be reviewing are gonna be very, very exciting. So stay tuned for those, and don't forget to watch me on twitch.tv/Locodoco. And one last thing, I'm not crazy. I'm just Loco. Bye.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words, and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words.